Yo, what it do, YouTube? It's your boy Smooth coming at you with another smooth YouTube video. Switch 2 day is almost here, boys and girls. Let me know down in the comments, are you guys getting the Switch 2? Please, on negative comments. We do not care about that because peak gaming is almost here. The Nintendo Switch 2 day one update is out now, and here are the patch notes. So if you didn't know, Nintendo pretty much bricked the system until the day they wanted everybody to experience the system. Brick is probably not the right word, but they pretty much made it inactive until they released their day one patch, because there's a lot of things that they did not want anybody to review about the system until it was time for the system to roll out. So you might see a lot of content creators throughout the day posting things like Mario Kart. The embargo was lifted, so some people recorded their gameplays while they was at the event, and now it's able to be released since the embargo was lifted. And Nintendo did release a patch this morning for Nintendo Switch devices. As you can see, the Nintendo Switch 2 is out in regions such as New Zealand. So they had to put the patch out because New Zealand is essentially farther ahead of us. Essentially, Nintendo brick. So I thought that was an incorrect word use, but Nintendo Life has also stated that Nintendo essentially bricked the device, the system prior to launch to help prevent an unsavory leak. So this update effectively brings everything online, so to speak, so you can now play games, use game chat, browse the eShop, and more. In short, it's a functional console, so that's good. It's also worth noting that Nintendo didn't start from scratch with this one. The new update keeps the Switch 2 in line with its predecessors, with both now at version 20.1.1. So let's take a look at the full patch notes. The Nintendo Switch 2 version 21.1 use the Nintendo Switch software, Nintendo Switch Online, game chat, shared communication, full transfer, virtual game cards, Nintendo eShop, game news, upload function for screenshots and videos to the server. This is a very interesting choice of words. Linkage with smartphone apps, Nintendo Parental Control Switch, and the Nintendo Switch app. I think I need to download this again. The Nintendo Switch app is required to view screenshots and videos uploaded to the server. For details on this function, please see the Nintendo website. I would definitely be using this because I need to do screenshots, I need to do video uploads. So if I need to like make a quick video from my Nintendo Switch gameplay and I can't use my OBS software, this would be very great, especially when I post clips. If you guys do not follow me on Twitter, the link is below, or on Instagram. I will be putting up, just my gameplay and my thoughts of everything once this comes out, because tomorrow I am taking a half day, so I can go to GameStop, pick up my Switch 2. We'll be doing an unboxing video tomorrow, and we will be streaming live with the new Pokemon Scarlet 2.0 is what I'm going to call it. The game was indeed buggy, but I love the game and I played it all the way through, plus all the DLC. It's going to be very nice to actually play that game with the game actually working, which being on Great Lake is going to be such a beauty because I've already seen all of the good footage of it, so I cannot wait. That's probably gonna be a separate video for later on today. But the exceptions, linkage with the Nintendo account is required to use network functions. The system must be updated if you want to use a Nintendo Switch software provided with a game key card. The system must be updated if you want to use a micro SD express card. I do have a 64 gig that I kept from my Switch OLED, so that will be going in there to help out. When you connect to the internet during the initial setup of the system, you'll be prompted to update the system. And if you try to use a function from the home menu, a guide will be displayed on the screen if a system update is required. Follow the on-screen instructions to update the system. Mario Kart World has also received an update to allow functionality with the Switch 2 camera and online features. Be sure to check out the full patch notes. Since it's already right here, let's go ahead and read it. So, Mario Kart World, the highly anticipated launch of the Switch 2 game, just received version 1.10. Thanks Nintendo everything. Those who are starting to access the Switch 2 now will be able to download the update immediately, allowing access to the camera, online capabilities, and much more. So they added support for the camera play. A USB camera is sold separately, in case you guys didn't know. You can choose to turn the camera off and on, everyone, and internet. The camera is turned on. The player's face will be displayed during the race. You can now play on the internet. LAN play is now available. You can now download ghosts in Time Attack. I don't have no idea what this is. I'm pretty sure I'll find out tomorrow. In free roam, the icons of nearby players are now displayed. That's duh. We've increased the number of characters that can be selected from the start. Cool. Improved operability when playing with 3 or more people in every one. Okay. The time limit for deciding on a course has been removed when playing locally or LAN. The update data version is now displayed on the title screen. And it was recently revealed that Mario Kart World was originally in development for the Switch 1, but then the team decided to move it to the new console after discovering that too many compromises would need to be made. Let's highlight this real quick. Too many compromises would need to be made. So I know that they said that they was developing this for the Switch 1, but I'm just going to have to apply this to the Switch 1 version of Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. We all know the game was rushed. That's a fact, because I don't know who did it, but Nintendo and Game Freak, I think they handed the world building to the team that made Xenoblade. And if you guys don't know how good Xenoblade is on the Switch 1, it is the only game outside of Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom that actually makes Switch 1 first party games look amazing. It is the only company I've seen outside of whoever did Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom. Outside of them, the Xenoblade 3 game is freaking huge. And there is I barely have ever experienced any issues with that. So I wonder how many compromises they had to make for Pokemon Scarlet on the Switch 1 that was just too heavy for the Switch 1 to do, because the Switch 2 version, you can see there's a huge difference. I mean, they tried to do everything they could do for the Switch 1 version of Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. They've tried, but ultimately they just couldn't get it done. And to see the game running good on the Switch 2 version, that obviously means that the Switch 1's hardware was holding it back. So that is good that this little tidbit is right here, because it gives us context clues to other games that Nintendo had issues with, Pokemon Scarlet being one of them. Yes, they could have probably fixed it, but clearly there had to have been some type of back end reason to why they couldn't. So this is very great news. So let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. It's your boy Smooth, and I will catch y'all in the next one. Peace.